Hello everyone, let's continue the presentation of the RadCORE project. Well, in this video we're going to talk about messaging. In every application, we will always need to display some kind of message to our user. Whether it's an error message, whether it's a message about a successful processing, or whether it's an alert message. So, there are several types of messages that we usually trigger in our application. Well, then, I'm going to start by presenting you with an initial improvement, and then we're going to see new message templates, but I'm going to initially display a comparison in the default UNIGUI message. So we have here a simple application running, and in the code of that application, click on the My button I only have a show message, which is UNIGUI's own default, so what are we going to run? I'm going to click and then you see the default message comic that UNIGUI gives us, right? Well, this layout, guys, it's possible for it to be improved, okay? So, as I've said in previous videos, we managed, through CSS or some other techniques, to make some kind of improvement in anything within UNIGUI, but I always hit that key, okay? You're always going to have that rework in doing this with other projects, etc., okay? So the hardcore, in addition to bringing, is more of this benefit related to messages. The messages that are going to be displayed in the hardcore are going to accompany the theme control, okay? So let's see, then, the same application, such. Running here in hardcore, okay, and let's look at the message. So you see, it's a different pattern, so we already have a message that, in addition to the layout, accompanying our default theme control that we've already shown previously, right? Talking about the theme control, okay, yes, you have it. Still an entrance animation is in your message. Well, the result of the ending is still not very pleasant, but it already improves a little compared to the standard UNIGUI. And what do we have here? The same instruction as UNIGUI, there is no difference, only hardcore already brings an internal improvement to display this message and already offer an entrance animation, but it is not a new function, it is the same function as standard of no one. Good, let's start now a demo. Then hardcore can offer, well, this show message here. As you can see, I'll just add that the semicolon, although it's optional, in this case it's this show message, okay, it's identical to VCL's show message, okay, so imagine that you're in a process of migration, whether it's a UNIGUI application or a VCL application, okay, so the core radio, it's going to offer several new message patterns, okay, in addition to enabling the conversion of an instruction that's standard, it's simple, right, UNIGUI or VCL standard if you're migrating. It's encoding, it will also do the conversion to an improved message function. So let's do a test here. I'm going to introduce to you another feature that hardcore offers, which comes when triggering the context menu. We're going to see below the RC codecs. Sorry. I'm going to have here in my RC codecs some situations that are going to be very interesting. We'll be able to visualize this later. It's in more detail, okay, but it's something that will help a lot, both in development and in migration, okay, and then I'm going to work here, with this. Item O message insert conversion. So I'm there with my line, my selected message statement, and then I can take here and do a conversion to various message patterns. Okay, so I'm going to start doing the conventional migration ShowMessage to RC ShowMessage. I'm going to give it OK so that it's going to make me here it comments that my current instruction and it adds to me the show info. OK, so let's compile and let's see what is the difference in this pattern. So I'm going to select here, so we already have a completely different layout from the default that we have inside, right? The function is original from Unicode, okay, well, but it doesn't stop there. The show info, it's going to have several variations. I'm going to trigger here the DELPHI code complexion, so I can have my show success, show info, show warning, show error, so I've got some variations of messages besides others. I'm going to grab here again the default message, I'm going to select the RC codex and I'm going to make here a change now for the show. For switch alert. So now it's converted my show message to the show switch alert info. Let's rebuild our app and let's refresh it. Now I have a message pattern using the alert switch. Okay, so it's another option that you have when inserting messages or when converting your previous code to a hardcore standard. Okay, it's also possible for me to do a conversion to another standard, so I'm going to come again here in RC codex messages now. I'm going to take it and I'm going to modify it to the show toaster. I modified it to the show toaster. It has already added me by default the message within the standard is information, and let's here make a recharge note here on the side. He made here a toaster the NAT found through a message. Toaster pattern in a very simple way. Okay guys, as we noticed, we already have several message display patterns. It's just doing the direct conversion using the RC codex. Okay, good for this video not to be too long. We're going to make a continuation of it in the next presentation. Okay, so I'll see you in the next video.